Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Hey, Mickey rolls by the minute, thinking in and out of the box. Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Oh yeah. So let's get into it. Don't you wanna do it? Listen every day 'cause he got something to say. Funny little chatterbox. Mickey talks.
Mickey's my name and talking's my game. I've been waiting to say that for 140 shows. How many shows are we now?
124.
It's 100. Tomorrow's a big deal.
Yeah,
125. That's a cool number.
Is that a special anniversary?
I think that's 1/4 way to 500.
Yeah, I thought 150 was the next one we're going to celebrate.
You know what? We are going to celebrate big with that. Before we start, I want to thank Natalie's Seafood Kitchen, who was our sponsor. And we're very happy of how much that they did for us and what they've done for us. And this Friday, we're going to end our podcast season live, our live summer podcast season.
Yeah.
Ends this Friday.
It's been a great way to spend the Friday nights during the summer, man.
I hope next summer they have us back. If not, we'll maybe find somewhere else to do it, Lunacy or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the beautiful tiki deck they have.
Oh,
the
it's
killer
incredible
entertainment they have every single week. And, of course, the delicious food.
The food's second to none, my friend.
Amazing.
Anyway, so thank you so much, Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. You're just amazing people, and you did us such a solid getting us off the ground. Thank you for an amazing summer, and we wish you nothing but the best. We will be there for our final appearance this Friday, so if you're out that way, stop by and say hello.
And, we should mention that is going to be the place to go watch football. They've got their tiki tailgate happening every game there. They've got sound on during the game, pre-show entertainment, bands like Crushing Day. I know they've had drink specials, food.
Awesome.
It's going to be a great place for football.
It's an awesome spot.
Yeah.
And to Lou, Zach, Natalie, Kristen, my boyfriend Ben, who works there, he doesn't know it.
I think he does know it.
Yeah. Anyway, love all those people. Yeah. And so sincerely, on behalf of Mickey Talks, Natalie's Seafood Kitchen, thank you so much for an amazing summer. And we wish you nothing but continued success.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, buddy. So tonight, big shows. As soon as we're done, I got to head up to, what is that, Edgewood?
For
Club 66.
Club 66, yeah.
The Never, what was that? Basically, Ronnie Zebron, Lee Townsend, Timmy Steele, Spike Settles.
It's going to be a special night.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely amazing and incredibly awesome to watch.
Wish I could go, man. I'm doing the morning show tomorrow morning.
But you're a giant vagina,
wouldn't be
and
good.
You won't.
Did you do that when you were a morning show host?
Dude, listen to me. I used to do stand-up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every week, and did the morning show.
Dude, I can't function. I'm a baby. I
mean,
literally
luckily
can't
I'm
function.
Bipolar.
I got to get at least
manic helps sometimes.
If I don't get 6 hours, I'm done.
As I've gotten older, I'm realizing the importance of sleep.
Yeah.
And realizing how it is when you don't sleep. So I'm much better.
It factors in so much for your mental health.
Oh my God.
Sure. And physical health. Let's be real.
Yeah. Anyway, so excited to go up there. Want to remind everyone, next weekend, October 3rd and 4th, Hammer Jokes Comedy Club at the Bowman Restaurant opens. I could not be more excited.
Drove by your sign on the way home from the show yesterday.
Scary, man.
Looks great, man.
Yeah, we put it up. Oh, cool. Yeah. Really excited about it. And a lot of work to do in the next 2 weeks, buddy. And we talked before the show. And how you doing, man?
I'm good. You got tickets available for the show, right? Where do people go to get tickets if they want to buy them?
The best place to go is either my Facebook page. Scroll down. Sorry, live.
Bless you.
You're gonna leave it on me, you dick, while I'm sneezing? Couldn't put the camera on you?
That's good TV, man.
Crap.
That is good TV. I'm gonna freeze one of those frames for a
Wait
little
till
bit
one of
later.
your testicles falls out again. I'm putting you right on the camera. What was the question?
I don't know. Oh, tickets.
Please go to hammerjokescomedy.com.
Hammerjokescomedy.com.
Yeah,
okay.
Hammer HAMMERJOKESCOMEDY.
Right.
Everything's spelled right.
We got to start linking that.
I will put that up while we're talking.
Got it.
So yeah, and tickets are at the very top right-hand corner of the page, or I think on the mobile app, it's at the very, very bottom. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really so psyched.
I'm
this.
incredibly excited for
Are
you.
you going to be able to come out one of those nights?
I would love to. Yeah.
Okay, well, loving to and doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's my birthday weekend. First of all,
I know it is.
But I'll be out there.
If you can, bro.
Of course.
Know. Yeah.
Of course.
So yeah, man, I'm excited. And you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, man. How about you?
All right, man. Put the camera on you a second. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, man.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good.
He switches it. He's such a penis. All right, let's get to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, very excited. Saw this gentleman play many times. He is a true the guy people talk about in town.
Yeah.
When it comes to dealing with guitars.
Absolutely.
This guy can play, fix, build, whatever you need. And
you see him on big stages at festivals everywhere.
He is the guitar player for the Kelly Bell Band.
And he's got another band called Veer.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But, however, joining us, this is your radio guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Fowler from Ryan Fowler's Guitar Experience, the Kelly Bell Band, and Veer.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys?
We're great, man. Things
are
going
so much
good.
fun. Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been, I got to be honest. I've been listening to both of you guys for, I wouldn't say most of my life. I don't want to make you guys feel that goddamn old, but
Dick,
it's been a while. Like I was thinking about it on the way over here. I'm like, yeah, I used to listen to Mickey like when I had like one of my first jobs. You were on.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was a morning or afternoon. Matt, it's always been local music, like Noise in the Basement, all that stuff. So yeah, I've been listening to you guys forever. I'm so excited to be here.
I believe 1996.
There we go.
Will mark 30 years since I did Kirk, Mark, and Lopez. But 10
and
years.
That's when I came aboard.
I'm sorry.
Rock.
Yeah. 9 years before. No, I'm sorry. 6 years before that.
Yeah.
I had gone on with Russ Motla for a while.
Right.
So literally, this is 25 and 45 years.
Yeah.
No, 35. However it works. 40.
It's radio math. That's
40 years that I've basically been around 98 Rock.
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
Talking to people in town.
It's a huge part of both our lives.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And what's funny about it, too, is like I was also thinking about how much it touches like different parts of the community, the culture around, Baltimore and beyond, because obviously you guys aren't just doing stuff around Baltimore. It's kind of crazy. Like we were talking at work about like every guy that works for me, I don't know, probably for years. Every one of those band did like a Noise in the Basement show back in the day.
Yeah, that's
and
amazing,
then, like,
man.
And the same thing with the comedy thing. Like, there's such a connection. Like, I mean, we don't need to start name dropping here right in the beginning of the show.
Of course, right.
But obviously, you've worked with all these like legendary comedians over the years and all this stuff. Yeah, it's so cool, man.
It's awesome. And Ryan, please continue talking about how great me and Matt are.
No, I am. I'm just going to, this is how it's going to go. I'm just going to kiss y'all's ass for the next 25 minutes. Mickey, you look so pretty. You're so pretty, Mickey. You're so pretty.
You got 51 minutes. Continue. No, listen, buddy, I'm going to give you a compliment right off the bat. I remember, I'm a very novice guitar player. I'm a rhythm guy. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. I'm a much better drummer than guitar player. But I swear playing rhythm guitar with a band, I don't want to be a lead player, never have too much work, just looking cool and hitting power chords.
Just like that 3 chords.
It's all I've ever wanted to do. So I have, guitars. And whenever I've had something, Ross Tyree from Crushing Day is amazing. He does a lot of stuff. But I've heard your name 20 times.
Oh,
somebody
awesome.
I'll say, hey, who do I do? No, dude, call Ryan Fowler. That guy can do anything. How did you get into basically becoming like a guitar guy in every aspect?
Well, I guess it would go back to like, so I'll give you like the kind of the quick version. So I started playing guitar when I was a kid, just like most people. I was 13 got a classical guitar. A couple months later, at 13, that would have been 1992. 1995. So I got my first guitar in 95. I'd already been into Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those kind of things. So, then I just started playing guitar, just like most people that were into it. I played all through high school. I had a couple of bands in high school. Matter of fact, Ron, the singer, and Veer, he and I were in a band. I was either in high school or a year out of high school when he and I had a band forever ago, which is part of where the Veer band name came from, because we all kind of 20 years later, after kids and jobs and all that shit, everybody just kind of like veered back around. We're like, hey, let's start a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I play guitar a ton. And then when I was in high school, I had like I was not an overachiever. I was not a good student, but somehow my senior year, I didn't have to take that many classes. It was
they figured, screw that guy.
Right. It was one of those, they're like, look, at this point,
he's going to be a loser anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much
He'll
more
even
effort.
have to come in.
Yeah. Well, just get him he needs one history credit. Don't ask him to do too much.
Yeah.
Here he is now, rock star and business owner.
Yes, yeah.
So anyway, that year I had we called it work release, like it was prison, but I had like the vote, whatever it was called, like, get out of school early, go to work. And so I worked at a guitar store in Annapolis. And so I was, from that point forward, I kind of figured out that, like, all right, well, I would love to play guitar. Like, everybody always has aspirations of MTV and being rock stars and all that stuff. But I kind of figured out pretty early on that, like, I could be around it regardless of if I ever, like, because, the odds of a band getting a shot are slim with any band. And I've been lucky to be in some really good bands. Yeah. But, like, the difference between me and the Foo Fighters, there's a little bit of room in between with our careers. Sure. And so, I kind of just started to think like, hey, well, I can play guitar. I can work on guitars. I can learn it. I can learn more about them, learn how they're made, sell them, all that kind of stuff. And so I started doing that. And so here we are now. Like, I've been in the guitar business. That would have been 97. I've been in the guitar business for 25 years.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 43.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. So basically at 18 went into business, man.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I worked for somebody else. So I worked for that place for 3 years. And I worked for, I used to say a big national chain. I worked for Guitar Center for a long time. So I worked for them for 14 years. Yeah. And that was pretty cool because it was, I got to see like the first, the first period of like time that I worked there, it was like this really aggressive. I got to see what a big, hungry corporation felt like. Then there was different things that happened over the course of when I worked there. So I got to see like, I don't know, I guess I'd say I got to see the good and the bad of corporate retail. Yeah. And then I finally had this opportunity back in 2014 to start my own place. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Have you ever been over there, Mick?
No, where is it?
It's in Towson, and it's a beautiful store. And I mean, Ryan Fowler's Guitar Experience is what it's called, Towson, Maryland. You go over there, you can get your first guitar there, and you can also go there and buy an amazing collectible guitar that's worth a lot of money, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, we get really, really crazy stuff.
Did you have a shop on Joppa Road?
Well, right now I'm on the corner of Lock Raven and Joppa, so like across from where the Bell Lock used to be.
I do
that's
know.
where I'm at now. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I've been there for about 10 years.
I never put together until this moment that was you there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. You're so close.
Yeah, so that's me. So, yeah, we're in there. And like
are
Matt
people
said,
allowed to come in and just sit down and bother you?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, people can come in all day long. That's what I mean. I tell everybody to come in. Like, it's kind of funny because, like, working at Guitar Center, we've all seen all the memes of what Guitar Center on Saturday or any music tours. It's this guy's got Stairway to Heaven and this guy's playing Green Day and this guy's out of tune and this guy's playing drums. And my store is like, the vibe of that is kind of the opposite, right? But it's not on purpose. I think people just walk in and they recognize that like they're looking at something that's a little bit more cared for. Yeah. But hey man, maybe not every one of you at once, but if every teenager in Baltimore wanted to come by and play some guitars, that'd be a great day for us.
He's got a great staff, and you can go over there and take lessons too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we can fix them. We can, we have a repair shop there with a really talented guy named Zach. We do lessons, we buy and sell them, all that stuff.
So if I walk in there, there's guitars hanging for sale?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of like we kind of like actually Kirk McEwen coined this phrase when I did an ad with him. He said beginner guitar to rock star, and it's kind of stuck because
Kirk McEwen is the greatest tagline man.
He's pretty good
in the history of taglines.
Yeah, he's pretty
I'm
good.
Not kidding you, dude. Yeah. That guy is given more nicknames, taglines. Yeah, that guy's the best.
He's gifted with that stuff.
Yeah,
what's
really
that?
Is.
I said he's gifted with that stuff.
Oh my God!
Sure.
What's the most valuable guitar you have for sale?
So right now we've got a couple guitars that are like $15,000, $17,000.
$1,000?
$1,000.
Tell about the one you just sold though.
Yeah, so we just had one last week that was one of the more expensive. We had a 1958 Fender Strat about a week ago, 2 weeks ago now. So that was a guitar. It was a really cool story. It was, one owner guitar. The lady that owned it passed away at 97 earlier this year.
Wow.
She played it for a living because she was a single mother, supported her family. I got the whole story from her granddaughter that sold us a guitar. And so, nobody in the family, when guitars get to a certain value, people, they kind of start to become a burden, just like anything else. If you got grandpa's whatever and it's worth a gazillion dollars.
Yeah, you got to find a safe space
you're worried
for
about it. Yeah.
Don't walk in that room, that kind of stuff.
So this lady probably bought it back in the 1950s for like what, $100
yeah.
or something.
Christmas of '58, she would have paid about $150.
And what did it sell for?
It sold for like almost $30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask this question as a novice. When somebody brings in a vintage guitar like that, what are your first moves to A, check its authenticity, and B, value? What are you looking for?
Well, so it can be pretty complicated. So every type of guitar is different, and they all have different things that can like kind of help you identify them. So like if it's a Gibson guitar is kind of just like a PRS that I have sitting over here. They're all glued together. So the bodies and the necks, you're not really going to be able to just take one off real easy.
Right.
Fender guitars are like Erector sets. And so every single, you can take the whole thing apart down to the bones with a screwdriver.
Right.
And so you really have to kind of get it, like with a value that high, you have to get into a lot of detail. It can be anything from like, looking to see how many spokes are under the molded plastic knobs. And you can tell like all the potentiometers, which is just like, the knobs inside a little box. Those things all have date codes on them. So I can say, all right, this volume was made in 58. This one was made in 58. This one's made, so it's
so
really,
was it all authentic?
100%.
It was 100% original.
Wow. Yeah, 100%. And the other thing that was kind of cool is that guitars have things that need to be adjusted on them from time to time. You're supposed to do it. Not everybody does. And so when we took the neck off of this one to adjust the neck, they make this crack because like they would spray finish over top of that part. Yeah. And it made the crack 2 weeks ago that it should have made in 1958. And so it was like me and the repair guy are like, holy crap, I don't think anybody's ever tried to even turn this before.
Sheesh.
Holy crap. Now are the actual screws important and things like that? Or
it kind of, so the short answer is yes. Like every single thing,
like in the pickup mounts and stuff.
All that stuff. Yeah, it's all that matters. And so like, if it's got, and like and let's be honest, like a screw is like a, it's a half a penny part.
Right.
But if it's the right screw, now there is the whole like, this is not how I run my business, but there is the whole like, how can you tell if a screw is the right screw? I'm sure there's some people that get into that, kind of thing. For us, we're usually just like, it had all the screws. We would assume since everything else is there, these are right. That's kind of how you know. Now, all the other parts, you date them. Yeah.
What is the most valuable guitar you've ever seen or held, or what is something that you had your hands on and went, holy shit?
Okay, so so the most expensive electric guitars are 1958 and 59 Les Pauls.
I do know that.
Now, why is that, real quick? Is it because they're so rare? There are very few of them available?
Yeah, all of the above. So what happened is so Gibson made those guitars, and so they started the Les Paul in 52. It was the first year of the electric guitar. First year of Gibson's solid body electric guitar. Wow. Les Paul's name on it. He designed it. So that was 52. So 54, they changed it a little bit. Then 57, they changed it a little more. But then in 58, they made kind of the biggest change in the history of guitars, which is they put this pickup on it called a humbucker pickup, which is what's on every Les Paul, not every one, but it's on most Les Pauls to this day. PRS guitars, ES330, a lot of guitars. It's the sound of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And so that pickup came out in 58. Well, they made it in 58, 59, and in the beginning of 60, but the guitar kind of flopped. And so Gibson discontinued the guitar in 1960.
Holy shit.
Wow. And so
everybody started buying those last 2 years for a while.
And then also, which is a cool part of the story, so this is called the Les Paul. And for anybody that doesn't know, Les Paul is not just the name of a guy that made a guitar. He's one of the craziest guitar players you've ever seen.
Originally.
Yeah, jazz, like jazz, like country
swing,
and western.
Country,
swing. Yeah. So if you want to see like brilliant guitar playing, if you look up Les Paul and Mary Ford, a lot of it's black and white.
You know how I knew as a young man that he was important? Because somebody showed me, this is how old it is, a VHS tape.
Yeah.
Of one of the original Les Paul. Yeah. What is it called? Where all those guys would come together, like his birthday or something. They would have
like a
jams.
birthday bash. Yeah.
It literally was like Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Eddie Van Halen.
Really?
And I'm like, who's this old dude?
Yeah.
Everybody's coming out. It was unreal.
Did he start? Am I right? Did he start as a bass player though?
I don't know if that's true or not. So he was, I know he was definitely a recording engineer.
Yeah.
Like another big part of him is that he innovated. He's in the World Inventor Hall of Fame.
And
all
when
that
David
stuff.
Letterman, David Letterman said, "Why does your guitars sound different than other guitars?" And he said point blank, "I was a sound engineer, and I wanted a certain tone and quality to what I was recording." And I figured I'll just build my own or design it.
He's a legend.
Well, so everything that we do now, like you're multi-tracking over there with different feeds and stuff. Les Paul invented multi-track recording. And so before him, there's another guy named Tom Dow that was right around the same time. But they invented it. And so he literally had bathrooms full of tape machines at his house in LA. And they called it Sound on Sound. And it's, he was the beginning of it. So anyway, so the tail end of this, I'll get to it quick because I don't know if everybody loves guitar history. But the tail end of it is they discontinued that guitar in 1960. They came out with the SG, which is what Angus Young from AC/DC plays.
As a little guy, that's a great guitar for me because of the neck.
Well, so in 1960, that was called the Les Paul. That was the new Les Paul.
Wow.
But Les Paul didn't like it. So they took his name off of it in 61. And then a couple years later, guys like Clapton, Jeff Beck, Peter Green, they all started playing these, Billy Gibbons too, these burst Les Pauls.
Jimmy Page.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy Page, he was a telly on the first couple.
You're right.
But I mean, obviously the picture is the Les Paul.
Yeah.
But all those guys, that happened, the guitar was 6 or 7 years discontinued when that happened. So they started becoming these, they got traded and this and that. And the values are, these days they can be worth $500,000.
Is in the history of rock and roll, in your opinion, what is the guitar that's done the most?
It depends. So I think the Fender Telecaster is probably the guitar that's done the most.
It's my favorite guitar.
Yeah, that was the first electric guitar. It was 1949, 1950. And what's interesting about that guitar to me is that my PRS is definitely my desert island guitar. If you said if Ryan of 2025 only could have one guitar, it's that guitar. But if Ryan of any year, including all the way back to 1950, could have one guitar, it's probably a Tele because it's it's so versatile. I mean, it's the Rolling Stones, it's Albert Collins, it's blues, it's jazz, it's country.
Springsteen.
Yeah, Springsteen. I'm a huge
Hendrix
Springsteen
played
fan.
it. Didn't he play a No, he played a Strat.
He played a Strat.
Strat, sorry, yeah.
Well, so a Strat's got a similar history too. When the Strats never got discontinued, but when the Strats came out, they weren't super popular either. It was everybody wanted to play jazz masters.
Yeah.
Surf rock was the sound of music.
Yeah.
Then. And so when Jimi Hendrix came out in 1967, he kind of say that guitar was maybe on the bubble.
Isn't that
Some people
wild?
say Fender might have stopped making it.
Wow.
All right. Last question before we move forward.
Go
For
ahead.
me, anyway, with this subject. Ryan, you take your PRS on a deserted island.
Yeah.
You get one album to take with you to play along with for eternity.
Ooh.
What album?
Oh man, what is it gonna? Do you name it genre? That's a really hard question.
We'll say classic rock because
All
it's
right.
the guitar stuff.
Yeah, so for me, it would be obscure. It'd be Bruce Springsteen, "Darkness on the Edge of Town."
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Explain that.
Okay, so the main reason for it is because at this point in my life, I am classic rocked out.
I get it.
I've been having conversations about the sounds Jimi Hendrix made when he farted for 25 years.
Right.
It's all these bands that they're so legendary that you're in these conversations every day where
the story now.
Yeah, man. If you listen to this version of Yesterday, you can hear Ringo get mad and shut the door.
Right.
It's I've been in bands a long time. I don't need to, that's not.
I don't need to hear it.
yeah.
I get it.
But so on that album, for me, there's two things about it that I love. I think there's a poetry to Bruce, and especially early Bruce. He, whether or not he was from the heartland, because he wasn't. He was kind of a city guy from New Jersey.
Yeah, but I think he did understand Americana.
I think he did. And he kind of seemed to capture a lot of that. Some of the shit that I think we deal with today. Think about some of the parallels of the 70s with labor union issues, and there was there was still a lot of civil rights stuff. I
had issues with him in the last 15, 20 years, but
fair enough.
I have always said this, and I mean it. He has, in my opinion, Dylan can't hold his jock.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I get it. Dylan was first.
Yeah.
Springsteen, to me, is the greatest poet of his generation. I think melodically, he's insane.
Yeah.
I think
he's got a killer band to back it up.
Yeah. I mean,
I've always liked everything that he did.
Me too, man. The last 10, 15 years, I'll say
killer live musician.
Oh my God! I mean, committed.
The reality of it is, I think with a lot of people like him, he's got to get to a point in his career where he just goes, there's an amount of money where it does like there's no more ramifications if I say what I want to say.
Yeah, I get it.
And I think that that's what you see. And you could kind of say the same thing about Ted Nugent in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
there's a lot of these guys, and
but Nuge was doing that when he was opening up for
right.
He never gave a shit.
That's a little different, right?
Yeah.
You are right, but I think that for
Kid
a lot
Rock's an example.
Yeah,
I think.
he's another one too. Yeah, and I think for a lot of performers, they're regardless of what anybody wants to think, there is especially in entertainment, there's an amount of money where if you have that amount of money, you're kind of I
hate to say the word, but they call it what it is. It's fuck you money.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I don't need nothing.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you.
And so in the radio business at one time, that might have been Don Imus, or it was definitely Howard Stern.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know what I mean? Guys like
I didn't have any money, but I was that guy.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of part of the punk rock end of things too. Some people that is if you look at Mark Maron.
Oh my God.
His whole point of view is his point of view.
Yes.
Or he doesn't have to be the example, but
no, I get it.
Some
man.
people that is their brand, but then
Bill
there's
Burr, George Carlin.
Yeah.
Carlin's the best example.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As far as comedy.
Yeah. Just I can kind of do whatever I'm going to say.
I'm
going to
do
say.
it.
Yeah.
And deal with it, or you don't have to come see me.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun about I think that on one hand as a performer, I've played a lot of shows where you do want to play to your audience because if I went out and did my best version of the Sex Pistols in front of wherever, some stuffy crowd in a restaurant, you're just an asshole.
Are you a Sex Pistols fan?
See,
I haven't met one yet on this show.
Yeah.
Nobody's going, hell yeah.
Listen, I appreciate them.
Steve. What's that?
I said I appreciate them and what they mean for the genre of music, for sure.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I want to say something to a guitar guy and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
And you could say I'm crazy. I love Steve Jones' tone. Well, never mind the Bullocks.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, for sure.
You do dig it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, he was that rawness of that sound that they had that was the beginning of something. That wasn't the middle. Yeah.
They invented something. No one wants to admit it.
Yeah, look, I've played with at this point in my career, so my band Veer, we covered Pet Sematary by the Ramones. We put it out last year, I think. And everybody's always been some kind of Ramones fan. Whether it was the look, the leather, the whatever it was,
the simplicity,
the songs, the simplicity.
Yeah.
At this point in my career, I've played with most of the Ramones.
Yeah.
Not all at once. I played with Mikey Ramones this, or not. I don't think I ever played with Joey. I played with Marky Ramones this. All these guys still have bands. And I got to be honest, there ain't a lot of virtuosos on the stage at a Ramones show.
Not one.
But also, when you hear that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the song starts, the whole audience is it sets a tone that you know what I mean? It does a thing.
It's not about virtuosos.
No, not at all. Yeah. And I think that that's what kind of laid the landscape for all that punk rock stuff. Some of it I love, some of it I don't.
I heard the most, in my eyes, the greatest explanation of the Ramones. A guy said, it might have been Slash that I interviewed. It was a famous person. I know that. And the Ramones came up and I said, all right, what do you think of the Ramones? And he went, it was Slash. He said, I'll put it like this, man. He said, if I walk out of my house and I see a butterfly flying by, I think to myself, wow, that's beautiful. But if I'm driving in a car and a tractor trailer goes by me at 200 miles an hour, that's the coolest goddamn thing I've ever seen. And it basically was like he's saying that kind of freight train, once it starts, you can't turn away from it, man.
Well,
that's the secret to the Ramones.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, that's the secret to it. It's one of the things that everybody talks about now, how live music ticket sales are a little down, this and that. The club scene's not what you guys were talking about it with Dave Teep the other day. Yeah. The club scene's just a little different now than it was.
Well, there was one when we were younger.
There was one when we were younger, right? And now it's very spread apart. But when people get to experience that, if you ever see a band, and we've all seen them, where the lights go down and then they're just shot out of a cannon.
It's unreal.
It's something that, and I've seen quite a few bands do it. I've seen Trombone Shorty do it a couple times recently.
How great are they?
Unbelievable. Yeah. But one of the first bands that I was ever standing on the stage was Kix. I was doing so when I was a kid, I used to hear Kix on 98 Rock. And when I was 14, I thought they were the same thing as Bon Jovi and
We all
everybody
did.
else. Everybody did.
Yeah.
And they were. Let's
and
be
they
real.
were,
They were.
really,
Right.
yeah.
And like they were all in the same conversation. Kicks and also Kicks.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we would listen to that stuff, but I never saw them live. And by the time I started going out to see shows, they weren't playing as much, or they might have been.
Did you ever get a chance?
Well, that's the story I'm telling. So
cool.
when I first started playing with Kelly, we did a show. It was us. Laughing Colors was playing. Kicks was playing.
Wow.
How the hell did we miss this show?
Seven Mary 3, maybe there's a couple of
Wow.
the Ramones. It was a little bit eclectic, but it was a cool lineup. They played with Nugent. What's his name? Derek St. Holmes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Yeah.
right.
My buddy
Stranglehold.
Matt
He sang Stranglehold.
Matt Bowers was playing with Derek at that show. You know
Oh,
that.
wow.
That guy did Noise in the Basement. You guys know that?
Yeah.
I think he lives in
Derek St.
Annapolis.
Holmes.
Yeah, that's
Not
crazy.
anymore.
Yeah, he's
he
in
used to.
Nashville now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but he was in Annapolis for a while, right?
Yeah.
I saw him play with Never Never at the barn.
Oh, wow.
Then he got up and sang
Oh, that had to
Stranglehold.
be so
Yep.
good.
Dude, I was 6 feet from it. Like,
Well,
what am I watching?
He's
Yeah.
one of those singers. Actually, Steve Whiteman from
Oh.
Kicks is like this too. Like those guys haven't lost its spike. Like
Nothing.
those guys still have every ounce of whatever they had 30, 40 years ago.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
isn't
when
it?
Kicks came out at that show, like it was kind of funny because like Laughing Colors was finishing phenomenal. You know, always one of my favorite bands growing up. And then when Kicks came up, it was like, you know, they were kind of doing like the real rock shit. Like they kind of had like, there's some people backstage who were kind of like, everybody go over
man.
here, give them some space. And like sometimes when you're in a band, when you see people doing that, you start to go like, God, come on, man. Like we're all from Baltimore or whatever. You know, you start to wonder. But, you know, everybody's cool. They're being nice. Just doing, hey, guys, give us some room. The band's about to come, you know, stuff, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the whole stage went black. The whole festival's black. There's probably 20,000 or 10, 20,000 people at this thing. And they walked up, set up, and you just hear the clicks. And it was like 1, 2, 100.
Yeah.
And like the lights went on. Steve ran to the front of the stage. I think like it felt like bombs went off.
Yeah.
Like it was just like nuts. And when I saw it from the backstage on stage perspective, I went, yeah, they weren't doing rock star shit at all. They were just playing rock and roll back here.
Yeah.
Like they had to get the stage clear because you can't do that if you got half the guys from the last band bullshitting and talking to the drummer or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was awesome to watch. Like
the greatest.
You know, it was like a production. Not like it was a production.
My only wish for this show, and I say that, I mean, I have a lot of wishes, but one, I would kill to have Donnie Purnell on this show.
Yeah.
And I don't want I probably
Steve. I would love to have Steve on the show too.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm saying though, like Donnie doesn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, neither does Steve anymore,
Right.
I don't think.
And I know. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it for 50 years,
right.
man.
They're
And they were
retired
the best.
essentially.
Yeah.
But to just sit with Donnie Purnell, just to tell him, I know how much of that was you. And you did happen to have the greatest cast of characters with you to do it. But knowing the inside of it,
yeah,
that guy was really smart and a great songwriter and a great, like you explained, the show.
Yeah.
That's what that band was. And I don't know everything. I don't. But from the outside, that seemed to be all him.
Yeah.
Forcing that.
Yeah,
driving that.
Like I unfortunately, I mean, I've met a few of those guys like in passing at a couple shows. Their drummer came up and hang out with us. Like KBB was playing.
Yeah.
It was like super random. Like, you know, you ever like one of those weird random places and like somebody that like kind of knows you from your town, just like, hey, I'm here too.
Yeah.
It was one of those, like the drummer from Kicks was hanging out with us at a show one time in West Virginia. But otherwise, I never really hung out with too many of those guys. Like I never got to meet. I mean, I know Kelly knows Steve pretty well. I think.
Well, Steve's the greatest human being you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I love the dude.
The most humble, funny, nice, kind, talented, wonderful human.
For sure.
I'm so glad to watch his podcast now.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen that
funny.
yet, it's so
I didn't know he even did
they get high. Him and his buddy.
Well, they don't actually.
And
That's
they
the
don't
funny part of
actually,
it. It's just a funny name.
It's just a funny name. Yeah,
Nice.
you're right. But some of the stories,
Yeah.
and just Steve's such a great storyteller.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about Kicks.
Yeah, the stories and shit really are a lot. I mean, that is kind of a lot of.
So, how do you enjoy playing with Kelly Bell, that kind of show band? What is that like?
You know, I've been playing with Kelly for 17 years now, and I mean, he's he'll be my brother until the day we die,
Of
man.
course,
I love that guy.
How did you guys hook up?
So it's actually, I'll tell you a funny story. This is my origin story with Kelly. So
Ryan might be the best guest we've ever had. We've said 9 words.
I know.
You're amazing, bro. Go.
I talk way too much.
I love it.
So anyway, So I hear that Ira was leaving Kelly's band. I tell Kelly this now just to make him feel like he's fucking old.
Sure.
But I'll say like, yeah, man, the first time I saw your band was like I was like 16, and Kelly'd be like, shut the, So I love just mentioning that.
Of
so
course.
You're welcome, Kelly.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Kelly's as old as the rest of his band combined.
No, he's not. He ain't
I'm
that
kidding.
old.
I think
He looks the same as he always did, though.
He
He
does look exactly the same as he always
as he says, black don't crack.
So anyway, I was obviously, how could you not be aware of the Kelly Bell Band? I'm from Annapolis. They're from Baltimore. Jimmy Chicken Shack, Jaw Works, all these bands, Colors.
Yeah.
I idolized all of them when I was like in high school. And so, in any case, I found out Ira was leaving, and I also found, and I got to be honest, like this is not I don't mean to brag, but every time I ever watched Kelly's band, I would just go like, this band is in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And not only is the band in my wheelhouse, it's more in different wheelhouses than most single bands are.
Oh, hands
because
down.
Because at the time that I started playing, like I was really, really deep into blues when I was like in my early 20s. And then I kind of got away from it. I started doing film score. I started playing more rock, and I always played rock from when I was a kid.
Sure.
So like I started just kind of leaning into other genres. But like when the Kelly Bell Band thing kind of came up, I was like, these guys play funk, they play rock. Kelly loves,
it's incredible.
You guys know him. He loves Slipknot just as much as he loves Bobby Bland.
Absolutely.
And so I found out that like I could go audition for the band. It was Jack from the Almighty Senators, the bass player.
Yeah.
So Jack and I were working together at Guitar Center, and Jack says, hey, Kelly's looking for somebody. Kelly came in, said, hey, I'm looking for somebody one day. It was kind of on the DL because that's how those things go. And he said, if you're interested, learn some songs and we'll have you come out. And so I learned some songs, and I like walking into his basement. I'll never forget because I told Kelly this afterwards. I was like, dude, I kind of just like felt like I wanted to see if you guys were fun to hang out with because I knew I was going to get this gig. I was like, I played these songs. I know I'm going to smash these songs when I come through.
And you had such a blues background, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is like, I've always prided myself in having a little bit of a vocabulary in blues.
Sure.
I can kind of spell out a lot of different ones not more so than everybody. John Mayer's still. There's tiers to this.
He really is that great.
He's special.
That's weird. That dude's weird. You ever seen him do the different players?
Dude.
Piece when he does the bends?
Oh yeah, I've done some of that stuff too. But like when I watched him do that, I kind of stopped doing it. Like I used to do a gimmick where I used to play with this harmonica player, and he would say like it was really to this guy Tony who was playing guitar, but he would do it to me too. He'd say like, Tony, play me B.B. King, Albert King, Bob. Like he would just like name all these different. And like this guy Tony went to Berkeley. He'd studied all these dudes, and so like he could do all of them.
That's wild.
So but in any case, I went and I auditioned with Kelly, and then I got into the band, and it was like at the last second I was kind of on the fence because there's like our schedule's busy now, but it was nuts back then. Right. Like there was 150 shows booked, for that first year I was in the band. And so I was at work and I was kind of on the fence. And again, do you guys know Jack at all? Jack Denning from the Senators?
Oh yeah.
You know how Jack just has that like super funny, like slow delivery monotone.
Dude, he's hilarious.
All right. So I was at work and Jack knew I was on the fence, and Jack goes like, we're doing whatever. And he goes like, hey man, are you going to take that gig with Kelly? And I was like, I don't know. It's a big commitment, blah, 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 blah. And Jack just goes, yeah, bro, it would like suck to play a bunch of shows and have a ton of time.
Sometimes you need that dude in your life, don't you?
Yeah. And
so hold on, Ryan. God, I'm having so much fun. It's already 20 up. Let's do a little news, Matt. Let's do a little news. Brought to us by I'm sorry, Ryan. We just got to do some business. An incredible guest so far, man. News brought to us by Coffee Balam. CoffeeBalam.com. Go there. The world's best coffee. It made Matt Davis a coffee drinker when he swore he would never drink coffee.
I didn't like coffee until they gave me samples of theirs, and then I was like, this is pretty good. And then I started doing morning shows, and now it's part of my regular morning thing.
CoffeeBalam.com. Mention Mickey Talks to get 10% off. All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, our version of the news and what we like to call tomorrow's morning prep for the rest of the world. That's the facts, Matt.
Yesterday we were talking about how the rapture had been proposed for either today or tomorrow. We're still okay so far for today, but did you know that some people are really taking this seriously. There were, if you don't know, a South African pastor recently said that the rapture should arrive either today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Noting he had a vision from the rapture was coming.
You know, I think anybody that
the Lord didn't want to be
I was
getting ready
to say, Matt,
close.
I like a guy that when he talks to God, he comes back and he goes, God's narrowed it down.
Look, he's got a busy schedule, man.
Yeah, God's busy. He's going to try to get to it Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
He said, be ready. He loves you. Start praying. Good luck. It's just ridiculous.
So there's people who are taking this really seriously, man. Some are even quitting their jobs, and others are selling their cars, which I'm not sure I get.
Good Lord.
I feel like that's like the 12th rapture I think I've lived through.
Yeah, we went through them yesterday. Remember all the lunatics?
Yeah,
This is the end. I started with, what was it? The Mayan calendar, I remember.
Right.
Y2K.
Yep.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh.
Remember them?
I forgot about that one.
San Diego, I think.
Something like that.
And they all cut their balls off and laid in bed and died. By the way, if I got to go into a cult and die, that's fine. But my balls will be kept on. That's all. I have a no ball removal policy.
What are you going to wear to the rapture?
If it really was like, if we all came out of our house one day and looked up and there he was, and we were all, and he was talking to all of us, I think I'd take all my clothes off and I'd say, this is how you made me, God. This is how I'm coming home.
Oh God, that'd be bad for the rest of us though.
Yeah, but you know what? In heaven, everyone's beautiful.
Well, look, you got to take a little rapture kit. You got to put a little rapture bag
What
together.
would be in your rapture bag?
I would definitely, because you're going to be floating up towards the sun, so you would definitely have to get some of those sun blocker glasses, the eclipse glasses to take with you, right? Probably a bottle. You would want to take a bottle of water.
How Matt is describing the physicality of it, the actual ascension he's worried about.
It's all he's. I feel like he's packing like his kid's first day of school. Like he's got a bottle of water.
You can have a box of raisins.
Look, you got to take some snacks because it's probably going to be a long line. Right. So I would take some snacks in my rapture bag.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zeros.
We don't want to be hangry when we get to St. Peter.
No. Hey, you guys ever wonder when Jehovah's Witnesses get to the pearly gates and knock on it? You think St. Peter looks at his wife and goes, shh, get down. Don't let him see it. Don't let him see it. Anyway, listen, yeah, exactly. The rapture is upon us, apparently.
Well, until that guy takes his medicine again, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, is it a cult or is it just a guy?
It just says that he is a South African pastor. And I assume aren't they Catholic? Aren't most of the ones in South Africa Catholic?
Well, there's a massive Catholic, but there's other if I had to guess,
he's Christian, whatever he is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You don't hear Buddhists calling for the rapture much.
No. So there's a teen that has been arrested in a multi-million-dollar hack of Las Vegas casinos.
A teen?
Yeah.
This kid will be running the CIA by age 25.
I bet they're going to give him a job at some point.
Yeah.
I bet you. This guy's in custody. He pulled off a sophisticated cyber attack on the Las Vegas Strip. It happened in 2023. And what he did was he used LinkedIn to impersonate an MGM Grand employee in a call with the company's IT department, requested a password reset, and then gained access to MGM's internal systems about 10 minutes later.
Oh, I was in Vegas when that shit happened.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. I've gone to Vegas every year for the last 10 years. October of 2023, it was a shit show.
Wow.
Like none of the cards worked. Like they couldn't email. Like
crazy.
Half the town was all screwed up.
So this teenager shut down Vegas.
I mean, not completely, but yeah.
He's being charged as an adult.
Well, he should be.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Let's be honest for a second. If a teenager can take out Vegas, what do you think 20 masterminds in a room could do to the world?
I mean, that is the battlefield right now. I mean, it's not bombs and guns.
Everything's going to be
planes.
fought online,
Oh,
Matt.
yeah.
You shut down a power grid?
That's where crime is. That's where war is.
There was a whole thing in New York that came out today about that. Like some like, I don't know, secondary like illegal cell. I don't even understand it.
I don't either.
Network, whatever. I don't know what it was. Something.
It's insanity.
They found something. Yeah.
It's going to be wild to watch it play out. It really is.
So Diddy's back in the news.
What did he do now?
He's asking the judge to cut him some slack. His defense team is doing everything they can to try to convince the court to cut him slack. So his lead attorneys, Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos, have submitted a packet of documents making their case. And they say that his convictions for violating the Mann Act should carry a penalty of 6 to 12 months for each of the 2 counts. He's already served 12. So they're asking him for 13. And they also think Combs deserves credit for finally getting sober after 25 years.
Good way to go.
Yeah, I mean, how easy is it to be sober in jail?
Yeah, he didn't really have a choice.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know how the bar. I don't know what time happy hour is.
Of course,
they also gave him an award for no baby oil.
Yeah, exactly.
When he gets out, though.
Yeah. Good look out.
Yeah. Considering all the above, though, as well as Diddy's 7 children and elderly mother on the outside, he has a counter offer for the judge. It's actually a 14-month prison sentence. But prosecutors are seeking between 51 and 63 months. And it's also worth noting that he faces a max penalty of 20 years behind bars.
I think he's going to serve 3.5 years.
I think he's done the second they look at that. I think he's out.
You think they're going to let him out?
I think they're going to let him out. Yeah, because I think that they.
You think he gets killed?
Ooh, I hope not.
I do too. I don't want him to get killed.
That's terrible.
But I honestly think that man did some really evil things.
It sounds like he might have.
And
all the people that testified against him, they're probably freaked out if he gets out of jail in a month.
Yeah.
You got to also understand something, though. I think, maybe I'm wrong, he almost has to keep them alive.
You think?
Yeah, if anything happens to those people that testified against him.
It sounds like he's it sounds like he's at the top of some kind of mafia.
I think that's the reason he's getting out, though, because they tried to make it seem like he was, and it turned out he was just he wasn't like a mafia boss. He was just an old-fashioned domestic abuser piece of crap. He wasn't like a kingpin. He was just like an old-fashioned.
Yeah, but we're
asshole.
thinking of kingpins in a sense that we know. I'm wondering. In that entertainment world,
I was going to say the entertainment world, he holds people in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's you can't minimize that.
Their lives
really,
and their careers and everything.
Yeah, you can't minimize that.
Yeah,
that's like that scene in that Elvis movie where he's doing that sideways deal.
Yeah,
everybody who's ever been in entertainment wants to jump through the screen at that scene.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Not to mention with the amount of money that he has, he's got people depending on him now. They depend on him for financial and their livelihood and everything.
Yeah.
So,
what else we got, buddy?
So this would be your nightmare, Mick, but the world's longest flight takes off in December. This is going to be a record-breaking travel experience starting December 4th. China Eastern Airlines will run a twice-weekly route from Shanghai to Buenos Aires that clocks in at a jaw-dropping 29 hours on an airplane.
Non-stop?
It does have 2 stops, is what they say, but you don't get off the plane. They say.
But it's probably a 22, 23-hour in-flight.
Yeah, but you still don't get off the flight.
No, I agree. You're in a box for 30 minutes. 30 hours.
So economy tickets are around $1,500 to $2,200, and if you want business class, that's going to be around $5,000.
But let me ask you: Have you ever said to yourself, "Jesus, I got to get from Shanghai to Buenos Aires"?
I was just thinking, how popular is
by
this place?
tomorrow? Yeah,
I've never been to either place, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, Shanghai. How many people do you think are in Shanghai, though?
40 million? I'm joking, but
I bet you it's 300 million people.
Yeah,
live
probably
there or
right.
something. Yeah, so maybe it's popular. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So another thing you wouldn't do, Mick, is go up into orbit as an astronaut. I know. But they're saying now that space travel isn't just tough on muscles and bones. It might also be accelerating aging at the cellular level. So
I don't know how it couldn't.
Yeah. Well, they found that stem cells exposed to space conditions started behaving like they'd aged decades, leading the researchers to conclude that space might be the ultimate stress test for the human body. They do say that some of the damage can be reversed when they get back to Earth, but they're trying to help mission leaders figure out how to better protect astronauts on their trips. Yeah. You wouldn't be up there anyway, though.
Not a chance in hell.
See, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's totally irrelevant for me. I would never ever go into space.
Is that right? So if you were offered the opportunity to play space, what's his name? Who was offered the other day? We were talking about that on the show. It's Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was offered a chance to play in outer space.
No,
not going to happen.
Not a chance. Here's why.
Yeah.
If you said, Ryan, do you want to sail on a boat to England today, 2025? No problem.
Yeah.
250 years ago when they first started doing it, or however many years.
No Columbus.
Because then they're like, hey, like about 150 of us are going to go, but like 80 of us are going to die before we get there.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's essentially what Ed Sheeran said. He said, I'm going to wait till about 40,000 people have done this, and then I'm going to go up. But you don't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, I'm not guinea pigging anything.
You know what? I think I would guinea pig it, man. I really do.
I mean, it would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
But
insane it would be.
No.
So we got a Florida woman story.
I'm ready. Could have done this yesterday with Ronnie Zebron here.
I know. It was a silly confrontation, Mick. Police in Clearwater, Florida, arrested a woman following a bizarre incident involving silly string. According to investigators, 48-year-old Crystal Watts, she allegedly sprayed a man identified as 33-year-old Jesse Hammock with the colorful party product during a confrontation at a bar Thursday night. And when the silly string ran out, she wasn't done. She threw the can at his face, hitting him in the forehead, causing a cut. Still unclear what sparked the confrontation. Watts was arrested and charged with battery. What are you going to do when a woman hits you in the face with silly string, man? What can you do?
I have a question.
Do you call the cops?
With silly string?
Yeah.
No, you know what I do?
Then she hit you in the head with the bottle?
If she hit me in the head with the I thought she just sprayed his.
She did, and then when it ran out, she threw it at his forehead
and hit him.
Yeah, cut his forehead.
I'm not answering this question. What I would do? I'm not answering it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You've got a knife sitting next to you, so I don't know what your deal is over here today.
He really does.
I was just getting ready to bring up OJ.
That's for his grapefruit.
Oh, yeah, it's for my grapefruit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've never eaten a grapefruit. Don't let me lie to you.
So there's a woman who's trying to get her brother to reconsider naming his kid, and what he wants to name his kid is Brisket. The father said he came up with it while smoking meat. He told everyone at Sunday dinner that if it's a boy, they wanted to name him Brisket, just like the barbecue dish. And he said, at first, we all thought he was joking, but no, he doubled down, saying it's a strong, masculine, unforgettable name. Brisket.
Nothing here.
Yeah,
I couldn't name my son. I would be like me calling my son Rigatoni.
Yeah. Just like your mama cooked a brisket in her smoker belly for 9 months.
You marinated for 9 months.
For some little brisket baby.
For some reason, I have this image of the guy like taking like a brisket like barbecue sauce brush with lotion while she like
yeah.
Sit down, baby. We got to put lotion on your belly.
Yeah.
I mean, people name some worse stuff. We talked about that the other day.
Yeah. No,
the woman who woke up and saw the no smoking sign in the hospital and named their kid Nosmo King.
My favorite is Orangelo and Lamangelo.
Oh, yeah, right.
Orange Jello and Lemon Jello.
A friend of mine worked at a hospital, and she worked like where the where the parents have to name the babies. Whatever that part is. There was a couple that they were from another country, named their kid Shahid.
What is it?
Shahid.
S-H-I-T-H-E-A-D.
Oh my God.
I was like, did you explain to them what that means here? And she was like, it was like some family name, whatever.
Yeah,
like
you got to go with it.
Name.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever met my cousin Dickie. He's a cool dude. Yeah.
So finally, guys, people are freaking out about a new video that's making its way around the internet. Some people are angry about the video, which features a news report about the NYPD's controversial new Stop and Kiss program. This, of course, is an Onion video that people didn't realize.
Which allows officers to kiss anyone who they think looks suspicious, has been the subject of criticism from those who say it's a violation of privacy and a potential breach of constitutional rights.
Throwing my stuff on the ground, kissing me on my neck and face. They push me up against the wall and start nibbling on my ear.
Every time I go out and I see a cop, I'm ready for him to come up, ask me questions, and give me a little kiss, just because, the color of my skin.
Let's take a look at a disturbing cell phone video that's been making the rounds on the internet.
Stop! Put your hands on your head. Oh, come on, man. They just kissed me 2 blocks ago. Come on, man. I didn't do anything. Shut the f*** up and let me kiss you.
This is happening every day.
But some argue this is just the unfortunate reality we live in. Tighter security at airports, sporting events, kiss points in Washington, D.C. Commissioner Kelly said, quote, "This is what post 9/11 police work looks like. Honestly, if we could kiss everyone in New York City, we would. We just don't have the manpower."
Pause.
The policy.
Every time I go out,
Is this real?
No. A lot of people did think it was real.
Oh my God!
But it's an Onion story that is the
Hilarious.
police.
It's well done.
Kiss, stop and kiss rule.
It's unreal. What would you do if a cop kissed you?
I don't know, man. That's a violation of your rights, Mick.
It's crazy,
right?
It's
I mean,
stop
if
and
a
kiss.
cop license and registration. A little weird. I don't know if I'm flipping out and filing a lawsuit.
All right, buddy, up against the wall.
Right.
All right, put your hands behind your back. We're moving a little too fast, officer. I don't do that after a kiss. I'm going to need tongue and some fondling.
Right. At least 3 drinks before you get on to the next page.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's do Matt's Music Minute. And this one is brought to you by Hammer Jokes. Opens October 3rd and 4th. Please, for the love of everything, buy a ticket. I need this to work. Please come out October 3rd and 4th. Hammer Jokes located right on Hartford Road, right in Kearney, underneath the Bowman Restaurant. Going to be a great time. It's myself,
The old Tracy's
Pete
Comedy
Eibner,
Club.
the old Tracy's, Sully's. Myself, Pete Eibner, Mike Turpin. Please make the trip. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Matt's Music Minute, as we are joined by guitar great Ryan Fowler from the Kelly Bell Band and Veer, which is how we're going to end the show today.
All right, so we talked about the Foo Fighters. They were here in our area in D.C. over the weekend, and Toad's Place in New Haven surprised rock fans with a last-minute announcement of a Foo Fighters show offering first-come, first-served tickets to only 900 lucky fans for tonight. So thousands rushed to get in line for tickets, with some even leaving work early to secure their spot. Tickets were limited to 2 per person, and strict measures were in place to prevent scalping, requiring ID for purchase and entry to the show. I just think it's cool that they can pull up in a city, and that afternoon they can pack 900 people into the club. There's probably still people.
I mean, I got
wanting
news
to get
for
in
you.
there.
If you can't do that at their level in any city in America, you're not at the level you think you are.
I know, but I come from the local band scene, man, where it's like you're trying to get 50 people to come out on a Friday or Saturday night.
Do you remember the Poison pop-up show at Hammerjacks?
I don't think so.
It was announced that morning, did 2,000 people.
Yeah.
I missed a Prince pop-up show in 930 Club
wow.
one time back in the day.
I saw him.
We were leaving. Someone said Prince is getting ready to come in and play a show, and it was just, I wasn't necessarily into Prince at that point in my life. I was like 14 or something, 15, whatever I was. And so we just, and also we didn't know if it was real, and it turned out it was. And
Well, I saw Prince at the Lyric as a 4-piece.
Unbelievable.
It was him on guitar, a bass player, a keyboard player, and a drummer.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind.
Yeah, he's
just
incredible. Yep.
What do you think of him as a guitar player?
He's one of the greatest of all time.
Right?
Yeah, greatest of all time.
He just plays
one of them.
everything, though, man.
Yeah, but
I
dude,
mean, just...
if you've never seen the solo in While My Guitar Gently Weeps at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, look at George Harrison's son's face, look at Jeff Lynne's, look at Tom Petty's, and I forget who else is up there, and they just stand in awe.
You know
of
what?
him.
You know why he did that solo, right?
No.
So Rolling Stone, right before that, had put out the list of 100 greatest guitar players, and he wasn't on the list. And so,
seriously,
yeah. So apparently, he showed up to that with a mission,
and he won.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. It's probably the greatest solo that's ever been played.
That's a trip.
You really think that's that close?
Yeah,
I think the greatest.
He's up there, man.
Yeah, I do too, man. I'm just, from a guitar player, to me, that's amazing to hear.
Yeah, he's never in those lists. If you think about it, he's really never in those lists.
Why would he be?
Yeah.
Well, it's because he's 37 other things.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he
also
might be the greatest front man too.
Sure.
He's without a doubt in the top 10 drummers.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen him play drums.
Yeah.
Songwriter.
Yeah.
I mean,
songwriting.
He plays everything though.
Yeah, he's
literally.
ridiculous.
I mean, it's crazy.
He's in rare company. You listen to the first Prince album, it's just like when you listen to the first Lenny Kravitz album.
It's all him.
You're listening to one guy.
Yeah,
one person.
Well, didn't Grohl play everything on the first album?
First Foo Fighters, same thing.
Yeah, that's impressive, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the new trailer dropped for the Ozzy documentary called Ozzy No Escape From Now, The Note. And this thing looks awesome. I don't know if you've seen it. It's set for release on October 7th via Paramount. 2-hour film. It captures the health battles Ozzy faced after a near-death fall in 2019, his return to the stage for his final performance, and the making of his last 2 albums. This was obviously originally not intended as a posthumous film, but we're gonna get to see it October 7th. Paramount Plus is where it's going to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in. Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One of my all-time favorites.
Straight to streaming.
Yeah.
So we can't have Never open for the premiere.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you can get a hold of that stuff for premieres.
I don't know.
Our guy might be able to.
I'll have to ask our guy.
We got a guy.
He knows a guy.
Yeah.
What else you got?
So Priscilla Presley has been speaking out on Lisa Marie's marriage to Michael Jackson. In her upcoming memoir, Softly As I Leave You, Life After Elvis, Priscilla says she was appalled by the marriage. She wrote, I know in my bones that Michael wasn't marrying Lisa Marie. He was marrying the Presley dynasty.
Yeah.
She also called the King of Pop a manipulative man and said he actively avoided her while at family gatherings. Lisa Marie and Michael's marriage took place in 1994 and lasted for 2 years. Her memoir, Priscilla's memoir, is available now, though.
You know, I have to say this for fear of sounding anything other than sincerely admiring Michael Jackson as a musician. But I do believe he was a weird, mentally ill man. I
seems like it.
Yeah. And
he had a crazy life, man.
No,
I mean, just a crazy
from the time you're
life.
5 years old, you're famous.
Yeah.
And well, not only that, you've got essentially an abusive parent who is
That's what I mean.
Whipping you into shape.
Yeah. And telling you and your brothers you have to sleep outside if you don't get and they meant it.
Yeah.
Like just crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked.
Also, is it really like the funny angle here too though? Is it really like, is it a stretch that the guy's mother-in-law didn't like him?
No, not one bit.
You know what I mean?
I mean, look, the only thing bigger than Michael Jackson was Elvis. And I think that got in his head. And I think he thought, if I can merge these two, I'm in the company of Elvis.
I'm going to be the king of pop and be with the daughter
the king of rock. Yeah. Together we're rock pop. We're rock pop.
King and princess.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the guy, but you know.
Yeah, it's so complicated with him.
Anybody that buys the bones of the Elephant Man and doesn't put it in a museum,
right?
Yeah, whatever. Each their own.
Yeah.
Anyone that has an amusement park in their backyard and a pet monkey.
I will say this though, if I get that kind of money, if I ever do, I'm gonna have some crazy shit at my house. You know what I will have? I'll have the coolest go-kart track ever built.
Yeah,
and it'll be the size. Cool. It'll be the size. It'll be like a complete. Like half version of like the Daytona 500.
All right. Well, like I see your track and I raise you. I would have a miniature steam engine train that would go around my property.
What are you, Steve Martin and the Jerk? What is that point for? You just take the train to different parts of your property?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool?
What's wrong with a four-wheeler?
You could drive people around in the passenger cars.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think if you could afford the go-kart track, you could probably add the train in.
Right. That's true.
It'd also be kind of a flex to make people constantly wait on your train every time you want to go from one side of the yard to another.
You know what to do? Like, let's say you own, 10,000 acres. You put the parking lot for your house 10,000 acres away,
right?
And they got to take the train up to the house.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
100%.
That's the badass way to do it.
And like when you invite people to your house, you got to they got to get to your front, and then it takes them like another half an hour.
Love it.
Like,
and you have a guy checking their tickets to make sure they're cool to be on the train.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more here, Matt.
I got two more.
All right, go ahead, buddy.
So Alanis to you is now Dr. Alanis Morissette.
Wait, what'd she have a doctorate in?
She was awarded an honorary PhD from University of Ottawa.
In
let's see here. She was it was a recognition of her exceptional music career and commitment to women's empowerment.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if I have a cold, I'm going to somebody else, not Dr. Morissette.
Yeah, you're not that kind of a doctor.
Respect the hell out of her.
Of course.
I think she's an amazing.
Listen, Jagged Little Pill was a masterpiece.
That was was there 12 hits on a 12 song album?
Yeah. I'll say something else about her. Wait, I get confused. Is she the one that married Paul Simon?
Paul
Didn't
Simon?
she marry Paul Simon?
I don't think so.
No, who did she marry? There was somebody famous though, wasn't it?
Pretty sure it was
Let me
Paul.
see.
Who married Paul Simon? Yeah, look. If only there was a device, Ryan, where
Yeah.
you could look these kind of things up.
I wouldn't.
The world would be a better place.
Right.
What did I do?
Here, Matt.
I
types
just
with
messed
his
something up.
thumbs.
Go ahead, you do.
Hold on. I'm not kidding. He's the worst typer I ever met.
Yeah.
Who did Alanis Morissette marry?
Or she dated somebody that was, was it Paul Simon? It might have been Paul Simon, man.
He's got to be
No,
25
married-
years older than her.
Married Treadway, an American rapper.
That's
What?
Who married Paul Simon? She dated him.
She most notably was in relationships with actor Dave Coulier and actor Ryan Reynolds.
Edie Brickell.
She's been married to
Edie
rapper.
Brickell married Paul Simon.
Okay.
I got her mixed up. They were the same time period, right?
Kinda,
Yeah.
She
That's who
she
I-
was married to, like you said, Mario Treadway, a rapper
Yeah.
with whom she had 3 children.
Good. I like Alanis Morissette. I've been a fan, and I think she's a talented lady.
Yeah.
Last story, buddy.
Camila Cabello, she met a bride-to-be at a hotel bar and then performed at her wedding the next day. So she meets this bride-to-be at a hotel bar in Iowa, and she found out that this bride was using her song for her father-daughter dance. She was just like, I'm going to sing it for you.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm driving to the airport. Won't just be your pickup anymore. I got 8 days off coming up.
Oh, that's super cool.
Let me tell you
though,
something.
right? I
super
mean,
cool.
Every now and then, celebrities do stuff, and you go, "Yep, I'm a fan now."
yeah.
I didn't know that little girl at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out who she is. You know who she is?
Barely.
Yeah, she was in what
Just-
was the band? She was in a bigger band, and then she went solo.
I have no
If
idea.
only there was a
Now
device.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I got to know now. What band?
I feel like if I had that kind of like stature as
Sure.
I would totally do that.
I would do that shit all
Have you
day.
ever heard of like all those Bill Murray stories?
Dude,
like,
Bill Murray's the greatest.
The
My
stories are
favorite
crazy.
story of all time, though.
She was in Fifth Harmony.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
My favorite story of all time, though, with that kind of stuff, is actually Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury was in a pub, and a guy walked up to him and said, "Freddie, I'm a huge fan, but I'm about to propose to my girlfriend in front of my friends here tonight. Would you be so kind as to stand next to me?" And Freddie said, "How about if I sing for her?"
Wow.
And he was like, "What?" And he said, "I will sing your proposal."
Oh, that's crazy.
He asked the guy's name. Then he said, "She'll be here in like a half hour." Freddie said, "No problem." And he went and wrote lyrics and a melody and for a proposal.
So have you ever heard it? Have we ever heard it?
So I only heard the story once.
Yeah.
And it was from someone who was there that I met in the Dominican Republic.
No kidding.
Wow.
And I didn't believe them. And they went and the story goes like this. I was at the bar and this guy's British. We started talking about soccer. And then music came up 45 minutes later. He's pissed by now, drunk. And he's telling me cool soccer stories. And he looks at me and goes, "Mate, I'm going to tell you the greatest story ever." Right? And he's older. He was a lot older than me. Probably 20, 25 years older than me. And he says, "My buddy and I were in a pub." And he tells the whole story. And at the end, I go, "You're full of shit, blah, blah, blah." He takes out his phone, calls this number. Guy goes, "Hello."
Hello, darling.
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, it's Freddie." He goes, "Hello." And this guy goes, "Mate, greatest story we ever witnessed. Greatest thing we've ever witnessed." And the guy goes, "Liverpool not winning the title for so many years." He goes, "Second greatest thing." And he goes, "Mercury singing that proposal song."
Wow.
And my whole body went, "Oh, like, are you kidding me?"
That's a trip.
He
man.
wrote us, and then he gave the guy, signed the lyrics, and gave it to the guy
Crazy.
as a wedding present.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
So that's a badass story right there.
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty involved too.
have you ever had a celebrity do anything cool for you?
Cuba Gooding Jr. bought me and Kelly shots on tour one time.
Is that
yeah,
cool?
that was super cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool. We,
How about-
we didn't even know he was there. We were playing this like we were playing with G Love and Special Sauce. we got to the show and they told us a dude from 21 Pilots was there.
Yeah.
So like they asked
another
us,
talented little freak.
Yeah, they asked us if this guy could also like open the show.
Yeah.
But it would eat into our time, and we're in the Hamptons. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are famous.
Yeah.
That was all we said. We were thinking it. And so anyway, they me and Kelly did a rock solid 4 or 5 songs to open this show up, and then we went and sat down to eat something, and shots came over, and Cuba Gooding Jr. was right there. He was hammered, partying. He was
good for him.
He was having a good time.
Matt, you ever had a celebrity do anything cool for you?
Probably a lot of little things, but one of the most memorable for me was just really a conversation, and it was Slash at the Shindig show for Nutty Rock. I mean, it was the two of us.
Yeah.
We weren't on the air. We weren't doing an interview, anything like that. He hung out and talked. It had to be 20 minutes that he and I just sat there and talked.
Yeah, wow. It's amazing.
Just a down-to-earth guy, man. It's surreal.
I've had, I think the coolest thing that ever happened was a phone call I got. I don't know if I've ever told this story. So was
it from Chad Kroeger from Nickelback?
No. When I was working at Hammerjacks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should tell. Screw it. Cyndi Lauper was going to play. And she needed something. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But I knew where I could get it. So I didn't say a word. And it's like 4 p.m. Got my car. It was downtown. I went over, got what she needed, brought it back, and I walked in. And I just said, I literally called her Mrs. Lauper. I was like, Miss Lauper. And she's like, with that voice and everything. Oh, my God, Cindy. And I go, I got you that thing. And she was like her eyes got huge. Her tour manager looked at me and she was like,
what did you give her?
I don't want to say. Something she needed.
What do you think it is, Ryan?
It's not a feminine product or anything like that.
I see.
I could guess.
You were a runner and got her something, you're saying.
Well, I wasn't the runner, but I ran and got her something.
Okay.
Basically. That she needed and didn't know where to get
I
it.
see. You're not trying to call out.
Right.
See.
Okay. Anyway.
I thought you got her like a gift.
No. Okay. Got her what she needed.
Yeah.
Wasn't supposed to do it. Nobody knew where to get it.
Yep.
So 2 days later, I'm home and my phone rang. 11 o'clock in the morning. Hello? Is this Mickey? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, Cyndi Lauper or Mrs. Lauper. And she laughs. And I'm like, is this really you? And she's like, yes. I just wanted to call. I didn't get a chance that night to thank you.
Wow.
And I just wanted you to know how much I appreciated that. And it meant the world to me. Thank you. And I was like, oh, my God, you're welcome.
That's so nice.
We hung up. I never got to get nothing like that. But just she thought enough of that little thing that she tracked my number down.
Right.
Did you
save her phone number?
We went out after that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. Back in them, how would I know her number?
Star 69?
Dude, it might have been before that. You're talking about 92?
Yeah.
91?
Yeah, there was Star 69 back then. Ryan doesn't even know what that is, do you?
Oh, I remember Star 69.
Yeah.
We used to get in trouble because it was like it cost like a quarter or whatever.
By the way, I don't want to brag, and this is the end of the show, but Star 69 was my nickname in high school. Anyway, Ryan Fowler, amazing guitar player. Play me a little bit. You're here. You brought it. This is what I want you to do.
Okay.
Shred.
Shred? You say that to the non-shredding guitar?
Nah, bro. Now, is that a blues riff?
A little bit, maybe. It's so like
if you were in a blues band and you were playing it, how would it sound in a solid blues band? That same kind of.
So lick? Yeah, I'll show you what you're talking. All right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted that to be blues. Versus if it's like a rock riff, you just kind of brighten it up and you.
How often do you use the middle finger?
I use them all pretty regularly.
You do?
Yeah.
You use the pinky
part.
as well?
Yeah, not the pinky, not so much. Like when I play up, it's a little like if I'm playing something.
Yeah.
So like if I do that with my pinky, it's a little tougher. But sometimes like if you're down here, you kind of don't have a choice. And so like so like if you're... Yeah, so like you gotta
that
spread them
just-
out a little bit.
If you showed me that exact thing you just did, how long would it take me to play it like that? If I have, no, I'm serious. If I have basic chord changing ability,
it wouldn't take you long. It would take me a very
sincerely.
long time.
So number one, all I played was a major scale.
Yeah.
So like if you play a major scale, you wait.
Yeah.
So you can play it like that, but I just played it like kind of the finish rate. So like both
Could
of those,
I get to that in a year?
Yeah. The only hard part about that is the stretch, but if you play the other version, it's a little easier. But
Yeah.
where it gets weird is that like once you go past that, then like, because if you're playing a song in G, you're not just gonna just go like
Right.
you're not gonna do that.
Right.
And so you gotta come up with something cooler to do. And so you gotta skip notes. You gotta do something like that. You gotta maybe I don't know.
It's so badass to watch a great guitar player.
You got to do all these different things to kind of.
What do you think of Steve Vai?
He's incredible. He's incredible. When I
is
was
he
a kid,
as good as Eddie?
He's different. So, like Eddie was kind of the thing about Eddie is that Eddie fundamentally changed everything about the instrument of the guitar. He changed the way it sounded. He changed the way you played it. Obviously, the tapping. He was far from the first person to tap, but he definitely was the guy that made it.
Yeah.
And but with Steve Vai, kind of like perfected that and then took it to another level.
Yeah.
And so like my knock on Steve Vai when I was younger and kind of more ignorant of it was that I thought he was kind of a robot.
Yeah.
And so I guess as a sloppy guitar player, and I was like, oh, that guy sounds like a robot. I don't, don't want to sound like a robot.
Yeah.
But then when you see the guy play, or when you hear some of his work,
still say
he's
that
unbelievable.
I mean, you talk about the Zappa stuff, which is incredible.
Oh, man.
But I'm not gonna lie. That Eat 'Em and Smile album of David Lee Roth,
the best Van Halen album. I mean, I hate to say that.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. It's the
record.
best Van Halen album ever done.
Really nuts,
dude.
Yeah, it's Steve Vai.
Have you ever dug into it?
Of course, yeah.
Dude, Tobacco Road.
Yeah, man, it's really good.
Oh my God, Shy Boy.
Yeah, like it's like I think for me, like Van Halen fans are funny because some people really like the more like Jump or Panama, the real kind of hit songs.
Yeah.
But a lot of people really like that kind of earlier B-sidey stuff because that's when they were all just kind of
Mean
ripping.
Streets and stuff.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so if that's what you're into,
Take Your Whiskey Home.
Well, because the funny thing about that David Lee Roth album is that I don't know what song would have been the hit on that album, but none of them were hits like Panama or Jump.
Yankee Rose was pretty big.
Yankee Rose, I guess, was pretty big. Yeah,
that was pretty big.
Yeah,
but that's just he was a big tabloid star.
All right, Ryan Fowler, I'm saying it right now. You got to come back.
Yeah,
all right. Well, look, real quick,
dude. You're great.
We got Veer giving us a comment here. We didn't forget about Veer. Ryan is also in a band called Veer. Has a new album out right now called is it Hunger Strike? Is the name of the album?
Yeah, Hunger Strike's our new single. The little thing in the bottom corner. That other album over there is our new album.
Yeah. Hey Matt, do we have audio?
Yeah, we've got
with
the music video of Hunger Strike. Let's play a little
end
bit
the show
of that.
with that. Let's end it. Let's let it play out with that. We've never done that before.
Can we do that?
Yeah, and then you just hit end when we're done.
No. I just meant, are we going to get dinged for playing a whole song like that?
Yeah, we will.
So
I forgot.
We'll play a clip.
Let's play a clip of it.
So this is a music video you did covering Temple of the Dog's Hunger Strike, which is it's one of the
greatest
all-time
songs ever
favorite
written.
albums.
I'm with you,
I love that album.
Yeah, so we whenever you cover a song, there's always that question of like, do you mess with it or do you not mess with it?
Yeah.
And if you listen to our version of Pet Sematary, we messed with it a lot. We really liked it. This is one of those songs we decided to kind of like play it close so you guys can listen.
Let's check it out. And what club was this shot in, man?
Record Theater, I think.
Oh, is that right? Is that what is the record?
record? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. Veer doing Hunger Strike here.
That's Anthony from the Reagan years.
That guy's a great singer.
Monster singer.
Oh my God. He reminds me of like a Broadway dude.
He really does. Yeah.
I don't mind stealing bread from
I can see the record now,
mouths of
for sure.
decadence. I can feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled.
Must have been a tough assignment.
But it's on the table, the fire's cooking.
Who's who's doing the Cornell part?
That's Anthony. So yeah, this is the Cornell part.
And it's on the table, the mouths are
This is the better. Right? This is the better part.
No, this is no. Better.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of dignity. But I can feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled.
I'm just worried about playing too much of it. You know what I mean?
Let's get this chorus.
But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and they're falling, baby, the slaves are all working, and it's on the table, the mouths are choking, but I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry.
Nice, man.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, he smashed it.
There it is, Veer. Is there a website or social for Veer?
Yeah, veerband.net. Obviously, fatblues.com. Kelly Bell Band is the other one. So, yeah, and then for my guitar shop, anybody wants to check it out, Ryan'sGuitarExperience.com.
I'll tell you
got a
what,
link in
Ryan,
the description.
You've been such a great guest. I'm not making this up. Your guitar shop is going to be our official sponsor all next week. We're just
Sounds
giving
awesome,
it to you.
man.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
For real, dude. You
Wow.
were a phenomenal guest.
Oh, thank you so much,
If
man.
you got a commercial or something you can send us, we'll do it up for you, bro.
I'll hook it up.
This has
Love
been a
it.
great
Dude,
show for me
super
and Matt.
fun.
both.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for having me. Yeah, I would love to come anytime.
You're
know,
coming
anytime you
back,
guys
dude.
want, I'll
This
come
was
back
so
out.
much fun.
Yeah,
Real
this
quick
is
before
fun.
you go, what are the next shows for Kelly Bell? The next show for Kelly Bell and the next show for Veer?
So Veer is in Virginia on Friday we were talking about it earlier. I can't remember the name of the club. But
It's down in Winchester, I think. you
Yeah,
said.
down in Winchester on Friday, and then Veer's also at Called Classic in October. For Kelly Bell Band, has, let's see, Kelly's doing a podcast on the 26th. No, hold on. I've got the whole calendar. So we've got, looks like on the 2nd of October, we've got the Oyster Recovery Partnership, which is the B&O Railroad Museum. It's a pretty cool gig.
Oh, nice. That's a wild room, man.
Yeah, that's a fun little spot. We're doing the Apple Butter Festival Butter Festival.
The annual Butthole Festival.
Yeah, the Butthole Festival, whatever I just called it. Apple Butter Festival. That's in West Virginia, and then Cat's Eye in Baltimore.
It's a family event.
Hey,
October
Matt,
11th,
we got to get in on that Butthole Festival.
It's a big thing.
Bring
They're
the
real
whole family.
Ryan Fowler, what a great guest,
Thank
great
you,
guitar
Ryan.
player, and a true gentleman. Thank you so much, my friend,
Thank
for
you,
doing
man.
the show. All right, everybody. We will. Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
You're off.
Well, am I off or are we doing a show early tomorrow? We never talked about
What do you
it.
want to do? Let's make the decision
It's
right
up
now.
to you. Really, it's up to you.
You want to go live at noon?
Can I go live at noon? Let's figure that out.
Well,
We'll make an
you kinda
announcement.
need to let the audience
Well,
know.
I know, but we got to make it. We'll put it out on social.
You non-committal son
It's
of
not
a
that I'm
bitch.
not being non-committal. I really got to think about timing with everything. Because I'm doing a morning show tomorrow.
Do you have to nap? Is that what you're?
No, I don't nap it. I won't nap. That'll mess
So
up.
what
my
time you done the
little
morning
schedule.
show?
Well, I got to get ready for this show too. So there's a lot of work that'll go into coming in here. So maybe a little bit later.
Matt will
Either
post
way-
it later.
Either way, we'll post it. We can
Yeah.
post it later, right?
Now I'm going to say this: if the show doesn't work out tomorrow, I can't do it by myself.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
We'll do it. No, we'll do it. We'll do it. We just don't know what time is all I'm saying. to you.
Oh, so we just wait till you decide. We'll see you guys tomorrow, one
Matt
way or
Talks.
another.
We're tuning
Bye,
for Matt
everybody.
Talks tomorrow.
See you at 5.